Hi, my name is Mel and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're gonna be filling a sketchbook spread with these water-soluble wax crayons by Caran D'ache. A while ago, I made a video about these neocolors, using them for the first time, but back then I didn't use water, I just used the crayons. I have purposely tried to avoid watching other people use these with water, so I could go in without any expectations. I already lightly sketch out some foods. The sketchbook I'm using is the Hahnemann watercolor sketchbook. I am really liking it so far. It handles water very well. Obviously it should, because it's a watercolor sketchbook. When I grabbed my paintbrush and started adding water, I was very pleasantly surprised. It blended extremely well and the pastel marks nearly completely disappeared. But I think what surprised me most is that the colors seem to become even more vibrant. They are very bright. So my first impressions, they're pretty amazing. In case you're wondering, I have these clips on the side to kind of hold the paper down and prevent it from buckling. It works really well. Once the layer is dry, you are able to go in and add more color. It does pick up the color underneath a little bit, but nothing too bad. So I decided on a food-themed sketchbook spread because lately I've been in a bit of a food painting phase, mood, whatever you want to call it. It's something I've really been enjoying. Another reason I chose this topic is because these pastels don't have very fine tips, they're quite broad, so it would be hard to do something like a portrait with a lot of fine detail. When I began drawing the toast, it really didn't start off as smoothly as the lemons did. But for some reason, the avocado was the thing I struggled with the most on this page, which I didn't see coming because avocados really aren't that complicated. So I thought it would be cute to fill this little space I had left with a strawberry. I will say that right now the strawberry doesn't really fit into the color scheme of the page, but I do fix that later. Now on to the next page. We're starting off with a fried egg, and we have a egg on toast as well. I think I subconsciously chose eggs because I recently did my first oil painting, and it was a painting of egg on toast, and I had so much fun with that. I will put the painting up on screen. Out of all these drawings, the cinnamon roll gave me the most trouble. I don't know what it was, but it needed so many layers for it to even look decent. I promise it will start looking decent. Also, let's be honest, the egg on toast is a bit wonky donkey, but aren't we all? The toast was a lot of fun though, because it has all these different elements. There's the bread, there's the egg, there's the meat and cheese and the lettuce, and yeah, I enjoyed it. One of the reasons these eggs were interesting were because there is so much white, which means you have to leave white space. If you're a watercolor artist, this might come as second nature to you, but I am not a watercolor artist, so for me, it was a fun challenge. I am slowly adding more layers to each of these sketches to create more depth. And yes, the cinnamon roll is still looking rough. I tried to bring back some highlights by using the white pastel. It worked a little bit, but it didn't work perfectly because the white pastel isn't entirely opaque. The way I added the pepper flakes was by dabbing the brush directly on the brown neocolor, I figured that was the easiest way to get the small little dots. Okay, now going back to the first page to add some decorations to make it look like a finished and cohesive sketch. Now it's time to add the last details to the sketchbook page on the right. And look at it, the cinnamon roll is finally starting to look decent. And that's it. This is what I was able to create using the water-soluble neocolors. Here's the finished spread. I'm honestly quite happy with how this turned out. The colors are extremely vibrant and I think the textures that the neocolors give are very fun. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. Please let me know what your favorite sketch on this sketchbook spread is in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye!